Hello, everyone. I am Ryan Ayers, aka the Sports Knowledge Machine, and you are currently on air. This past weekend was another wild weekend on the college football and NFL gridiron, so let's get right into it, baby. On Saturday, Oklahoma State and CMU squared off down in Stillwater. It seems like every single year now, over the last 5 years, there's a crazy Hail Mary ending to a college football game. It goes back to just a couple years ago. I think the most famous one was when Jalen Strong caught a touchdown in the final seconds, beating USC at the Coliseum. ASU took down the Trojans that night on the road. And there's just so many more over the last few years. But this one catches everybody's eye because it was talked about all weekend long about how Oklahoma State essentially got screwed. That play should have never happened. So when you look at the sports gambling world out there and everyone wants to talk about rig this, rig that, you just question, really, was it just bad refereeing skills from a MAC officiating crew, or did somebody have an outside hand in that game? Because I don't know how a long-time officiating crew can allow something like that to happen and not know the rules and extend the game. Central Michigan, as we all know now out there, if you didn't, I'll fill you in. Central Michigan never should have gotten that last untimed down for the Hail Mary and then the flip lateral and then the touchdown. Still, Oklahoma State, they've got to deal with the loss. More or less, I think they've got to be more disappointed, not with the bogus call at the end, but you still have to find some way to stop a Hail Mary like that when a MAC team comes in to your town. I'm always been in the crowd that says one play cannot decide a game. You were putting that Central Michigan team in position to win by not knowing how to close out. A lot of coaches you see nowadays in the college and NFL ranks don't know how to close out teams, don't know how to manage the clock, and that's really what put it in the hands of the officiating crew. Oklahoma State, you're a Big 12 team. You can't allow CMU from the MAC to be hanging around if CMU's a quality program from the MAC. But that was the highlight of Saturday afternoon and night on the college gridiron. Not a whole lot of great games, no ranked matchups, but as we've all seen the last few years, even when it's supposedly going to be a down weekend, something usually happens, and maybe we call it a Vegas hand in that game. Something did happen and got the college football world excited for something a little bit different than normal. Let's shoot now to the NFL. The 1 o'clock games on Sunday. RG3 making his debut with the Cleveland Browns. And it's really not about his average performance and the debut in Philadelphia for his new team. But this kid, my God, he is out and put on the IR and might be designated for the entire season IR in the coming days. This guy, time and time again, you watch games live, you watch the film. This RG3, supposed going to be a superstar back in 2012, doesn't understand when to slide, doesn't know how to slide appropriately. And in that play, if anybody saw it out there, you could see he had every opportunity to save his body and just get out of bounds. But he seems to be a guy that is the type of player that thinks he's 6'4", 230 pounds, when really he's only 6 foot, $190. He's got to learn. If he wants one more shot now in this league, he's got to learn to know when to slide, how to slide, and when to get out of bounds. Save your body. It's going to prolong your career no matter how average you are, because he's such a great athlete and has a good arm. He'll keep getting shots, but he's got to stay healthy. He just doesn't know how to stay healthy at this point. Maybe his body's just telling him the NFL's not for him. Another point. Now, on to the Monday games. Monday Night Football, we had the doubleheader. And, of course, the National Football League, the NFL, always has to turn into, at some point, the No Fun League. And Antonio Brown is a part of the No Fun League. Last night, he's going around burning the defensive backfield of the Washington Redskins. And afterwards, we all saw it, I think, at this point, he does a little twerking. So I think, wow, that was pretty damn entertaining. I was laughing my ass off. Obviously, the NFL officiating crew was not. He gets personal foul, 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and with that, a $12,000 fine. So, no fun league is full effect week 1. I was a little bit disappointed that just let these guys go out and express themselves. There's no harm, no foul. The no harm, no foul, but there was a foul in the last Monday night game with Jeff Fisher. This guy has been in the league now for so many years. I think it's 20 plus years. I've lost track. He's not done a whole lot, and this is his 5th season with St. Louis. And last night, his team comes out, debuting the Los Angeles Rams name, and puts up a goose egg on the scoreboard. Jared Goff, I'm telling you, I'm thinking all night, this kid's got to get it going, and they have to at least throw him to the wolves at some point. Case Keenum goes out and scores 0 points. Couldn't put the ball even close to the end zone, let alone anything like a field goal. Couldn't move the ball, and San Francisco's not known right now, since Harbaugh left and they're going through this changeover, not known as a great defensive ball club right now. So, St. Louis, 0 points in their debut as the LA Rams. Jeff Fisher, how much longer is this going to go on? He's never done anything with St. Louis. They just seem to be mediocre. Like Bruce Arians said a couple years ago, Jeff Fisher-led Rams ball clubs are just mediocre, and whether they're 8-8, 7-9, 6-10, they never seem to get past that treading water moment. But we'll see how long Jeff Fisher has. It's only one game, but that's not a promising sight. And I want to say in closing, from all the football I've watched so far the last couple of weeks in college football and the NFL, kids and stupid football coaches out there always know, prevent defense. The only thing it does is prevent you from winning. And with that, I want to let you know you've just been on air, and I am Ryan Ayers.